day 49 and I have a fancy new grippy thing for my tripod. So thank you, that man, for not listening to my no's and no thank yous, and listening to the rubber bands pop and watch me struggle with them rubber bands and actually ordering me one. So yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, so you know how I showed you the set of wool that I chose out yesterday and then ended up doing this? Well, I started on that. And I don't know what I'll call this, but it feels, I don't know, almost autumny, kind of, maybe I'll call it 4 seasons. Yeah, that's maybe what I'll call it. So, on our 4 seasons hug, we have a few things to do. We have stitching in edges. So stitching in edges. So I'll just do those quickly for you. And so we are doing them so they're as naked as possible. So you thread them back through the colour that it's most like, and when you stitch in your edges, have a good look at it, and if it looks like a bit of yarn in the wrong place, have another go at threading it through a different place, because yeah, you can make it accidentally very visible by not being mindful of where you're pulling your colours through. So I'm just going to slip this under the trebles on top and give it a bit of a pull, so when I pull it, the end slides under the trebles on top. And the same with this side. So when you're doing a corner one, I thread it in the back, I thread it through to the other side. Ooh, much better than I did there. Let's start again. We'll thread it through, and then on this side, just under here, there's another little loop that you can thread it through that doesn't show on the other side, and so from this side it'll look like nothing's happened, and then I start to sort of thread it through the top and side, across, and depending on how big your crochet hook is, depends on how big your loops are, and you may want to do it different again so that it doesn't show. But anyway, when you stitch in your ends properly, you make it really difficult for someone like me who likes to unpull things to go ahead and unpull stuff. So yeah, I like to unpull stuff, but I make it hard for other people to unpull. Now, as you can see, my locks are blowing in the breeze. We have the front door open and I have a summer dress on. It is just lovely here. I've been for 5k walk with the dog, and she's sort of lying in her bed looking at the view. And we got her a chest harness. Like, she's almost 5 years old, and for the 4.5 years that we've had her, I haven't been able to walk her properly because my hands are so painful with the neck leash and the and how she pulls on it all the time, and how I feel really bad having a choker on it because it's around her neck. And so I finally got a chest harness for her, and she just walked beside me. There was only 3 times in our whole 5Ks that I had to say heel, and I didn't even say it very loud, and she heeled, and it was a good time for both of us. So go the chest harness. So now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up another row. Oh yeah, I better decide what I'm going to use next, and I think it will be this one because it sort of fits in with the autumny-ish colour scheme, and yeah, so that's ready to go, and we're just going to do our last treble into the corner, treble set. So on this one I'm using the outside yarn and the inside yarn of one ball and doubling it, so I get a nice thick crocheting yarn. 1, 2, 3, do my final 3, put it in the between the 3 crochets we did up at the start and the first treble, and I'm going to do a slip stitch through. That's how you would go up if you were doing the same colour on the next row. So you'd do 3 chain up and treble in the back of the corner hole, and off you go again. But we're not going to use the same colour, so I'm going to unpull that, and we're going to use that green colour. So I'll choose a reasonably long end because I'm using a size 9 crochet hook, and I'll hook that through my slip stitch, and I'm going to cut off a reasonably long length because again size 9 crochet hook. I'm going to tie that, so your last colour to the front and your new colour over and to the back, and then your new colour to the front and your last colour over and to the back. So it is a reef knot, and the new colour is pointing in the direction that you want to go. So we do 3 chain up, and then we do the old treble in behind into the corner hole, and in behind into the corner hole, and up we go again, and we're off doing our 3 sets of trebles with a chain, and then our next hole at 3 sets of trebles and a chain. Right. I keep thinking there's something I was going to show you, but I've forgotten. So if you think, oh, Jo hasn't shown us that yet, and she said she would, please remind me and I will show you. Anyway, have a great day, and yeah, Tuesdays. There we go. Wednesdays are good days in our house. Sayonara.